easy for me to get in trouble everywhere. I got in trouble, I can get in trouble easy. I get anything I wanted all the time. And so I decided I was going to go somewhere calm and placid. Well, maybe not placid, just different. So I went to New York City. Yeah, I got on a train and I went over there. I got on a train over there in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, because that's where you can go. If you want to go to the fancy train station, you can go to Wilson. That's right, but you know who wants to do that? You know, pay an extra $50 to take the train from Wilson. It's a little closer, but I went to New York. And I told my mom, I said, Mom, I'm gonna make it on Broadway. She said, no way. I said, yeah, like Frank Sinatra. Do it my way. Has anybody here ever been on the subway? Yeah, I was a subway musician, it turns out, for about 3 years. That's right, I know, every night. And the first time I went down the subway, I had this friend, his name was Tofu. That was his from Arcata, California, Tofu. He used to make tofu. He was just like one of those hippies from Ripple City. So we got real friendly, right? He was like, yeah, I understood where he was coming from, man, you know. He said, man, why don't you, hey man, let's go down in the subway. I'll play the drums and you can play the guitar. And we went down in the subway and we made $40. I know, I was like, wow, I don't have to have a job anymore. This is cool. I play music, yeah, all the time. And so me and Tofu parted ways after that. I didn't need to share my $40 with Tofu. So I started going down there myself. And I remember my subway stop that I loved so much was the number 6 train uptown side at Spring Street. I wasn't on Broadway. I was about 4 layers down, 4 levels down, and 2 blocks over. But it's still pretty good. You been on the subway, you know the sound? Bong, bong, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Bong, bong, stand clear of the closing doors. Well, I heard that sound every single night, 3 years of my life. And I would wait for that train to come because people would be standing around, you know, listening to a song that I was playing. And they'd be standing around and then you'd see the light come and you get a whiff of that stinky breeze. The trash would blow around. And then, you know, you do this. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. And everybody get on over that train, and all the people who'd been listening to the Lipbone show would get on the train. I got 10 good minutes. And then I play the same song all night. I get pretty good at playing that one song, you know. Boom, boom. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. From Greenville, North Carolina, I go to Rocky Mount, 'cause that's where you catch the Amtrak train. Sky high hope, open eye scopes. I got earth all over my face. That's right. Up in New York City, greatest place to be unless you're out of your head. A little country style, a little running wild. Look what happened, your mama's baby. Boom, boom, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Well, the new well's on, time well's on and on. Woo! Mama, my roots start showing too. Yes, they do. Nobody gives a damn about from where you come from. This is what they're gonna get out of you. That's how we do it. Up in New York City, greatest place to be unless you're out of your head. A little country style, a little running wild. Look what happened, your mama's baby. Boom, stand clear of the closing doors, please. So there I was every night on that subway platform with the stinky wind, the trash blowing around. People would start, it wasn't long before I developed my own little following of folks who would come down there after work and they would, come by and put Christmas time, they put chocolates and champagne in my bucket. It was pretty awesome. I know, I was like, because I was there, I was reliable, and they needed to hear a little bit of music. Because isn't that the truth? Everybody just needs to hear a little bit of music sometimes, You had a bad day, and then there's that dude. Yeah, we know we've heard that song 100 times. Yeah, cool, feels good. And I was doing all right until this one day the train came down the track like. Boom, boom, stand clear of the closing doors, please. And all the way at the end, this one dude gets out. And he was dressed in leather from head to toe. And he had a real rough, sort of windblown, sunburned look about him. He overexposed. He'd been out a long time, walking amongst the rocks of the mountains of the desert or sleeping in the streets. And he walks up, and the closer he got, I started to change my opinion a little bit about what was going on. I thought, no, that's a Mongolian goat herder. I knew it was because the second he got real close to me, it smelled like goats. And he walks up to me and he comes and whispers something in my ear, and I'll never forget what he said to me. He said, I said, brother, would you like a breath, man? And he started doing this Mongolian goat herder dance right there on the number 6 train uptown side of Spring Street in New York. And I was like, wow. But I thought I need to up my game a little bit. And it was infectious because people started seeing him move and they would go. And secretaries and librarians and big city folks would come down in the subway with the nice jackets and briefcases, and they'd stand there a minute and go, what the? Couldn't help it. The train came once. So people got on, but nobody got on. We were having a good time. There were even a couple of rats down there on the subway platform going. And I was suddenly inspired to just do the thing like. Looked up at a certain time point there. The night had gone on, and I looked up, and it was gone. I looked down, and my guitar case was filled with money. And yet, the smell of goats was still very strong in the air. And I thought, wow. And I was forever transformed, transfigured, transmogrified that evening by the presence of that magical spirit guide. Oh, on the subway platform in New York City, the number 6 train uptown side at Spring Street. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. And for that moment on, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with my life. Forget Broadway, man. This is gonna be the way. And I said, up in New York City, it's the greatest place to be unless you're out of your head. A little country style, a little running wild. Look whatever your mama's baby, 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 baby. Boom, boom. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.